the opposition, if we call it that, because I can see a narrative here, and I'm looking at a tweet by Honorable Moses Kuria, who's an advisor to the president. And he says the more things change, the more they remain the same. The 2027 presidential election will have the same intrigues and outcomes as both the 1992 and 1997 presidential elections, where failure by the opposition to unite resulted in President Moi winning those two successive elections. He says, I was in the heart of both, so I know. I will explain more in my next TV interview. I don't know where that will be. But the narrative is, everyone is questioning the possibility of this unity of opposition holding for the next 2 years. Do you share the same sentiments? That
I think you need to invite Moses Kuria to this show so that he can shed some more light.
It's the same question that this the Star is asking.
Yeah.
Will they hold?
You know, generally, I think personally I have a beef to pick with most of our leaders, the older generation. The style of leadership in this country is such that you'll form a coalition and then you get into government, betray each other, disagree a little bit, then bolt out, form another coalition. And then if you disagree in that coalition, you'll have a few of you, you know, turn back and go back to where you guys are coming from. I mean, these old school kind of tactics and games are tired, and it's something that needs to stop. If there's someone who had managed to convince the entire country that it was time to change from that to something different, it was actually William Samoei Ruto and his former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. They were actually not voted along tribal lines. They came up with a narrative. They convinced the people who voted for them that they were going to improve the livelihoods and give them better lives and that kind of a thing. Now, looking at the opposition, and you know, clearly we can see that they're trying to take us back to tribal politics, that this region will bring this. Exactly what Mheshimiwa Mutambu is saying, that Kalonzo needs to put together the Kambas, and the other one now needs to put together this, and the other one needs to together. That's old school kind of politics. And I actually believe that the country has moved forward. Post-2022, it will be highly unlikely for any politician, any serious, you know, the people we are looking at, the ones who think that they can win the election. I'm telling you, they are going to have a very hard task trying to take us back to tribal politics. That's not going to happen again in this country. We have moved from tribal politics to politics of issues. Now, the only challenge that has been there for the president and his lieutenant is that they don't seem to have kept their word. You know, they promised so much and very little has been achieved so far. Now, for me, when I look at the opposition, I even ask myself, how did these fellows come together? How? They have very little in common, if anything. Some of them, as we know them, are quite abrasive. Kalonzo is quite diplomatic in all his ways and the way he does things. And I am wondering how he will be able to work with someone like Wamunyoro. You know, it's an issue of what we call mtaani kufichiana kadi. Because what will happen if there's one person in that coalition who is known for bullying others, and he has bullied everybody, and he thought he would run people out of town, and now he's the one who was run out of town. If he tries to bully some of the characters in that coalition, like Martha Karua, you bully Martha Karua, she will bully you back, and she will walk out. You bully Matiang'i, Matiang'i will bully you back. You can bully Kalonzo. Maybe Kalonzo will smile a little bit the way he does and relax and pretend that everything is okay. And maybe that is why he earned the title Watermelon. I do not see this opposition, this team that has formed the opposition, holding until 2027. Mm-hmm. I have the advantage of having interacted with a number of them. I know what they stand for. I know some do not even mean what they say in public. And it is a matter of wait and see, you know, in terms of how they are going to run their business. We have already seen how they are running it so far. Like, for example, they've already started betraying each other. The person who came publicly and proposed Matiang'i for president, we all know it was actually my Secretary General, Jeremiah Kioni. Have you seen Jeremiah Kioni in all those arrangements, in all those meetings? No. Why? Why are they leaving him out? So betrayal has started too early in that part of the political alignment. And I'm actually wondering what else could be going on you know, beneath the surface, because this is what we can see. How about those things that we really cannot see?
Okay. This must definitely, when it comes to this... Very briefly.
As for me, from my panelists, what if Kioni himself has taken a decision not to attend such